What's up, guys? Stas here. So listen up, man. Planet Fitness stock is not looking good at all right now. We have a lot to break down. On Friday, the stock went down over $9, down almost 16% on the day. It was at $60 in the morning, and we went all the way down to under $50 by the end of the day. So we have a lot to go over in this video. We're going to break down what's going on, the news, financials, my thoughts, am I buying, staying away, all that good stuff. But before we do that, guys, feel free to hit the like button and to subscribe. It helps me out overall in the algorithm. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Stas Talk Stocks. And guys, don't forget to get up to 16 stocks from Moomoo, the sponsor of today's video. Just use that link down below, or simply go to stasurfest.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks right off the bat. And depending on how much more money you deposit, you get 10 more stocks. And you can get a free share of either Google stock or Tesla stock. All the details are down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it. So like I said, guys, Planet Fitness stock ended up going down 16% on the day. Not a good day at all. And honestly, it's been rough for the past couple of months for this stock. You guys can see it was down from what, $86? Yeah, $86 in February, now down under $50 or right around $50 per share, which is a massive down move. We're talking down almost 42%. Very big down move, down $35 over the past, let's see, a couple of months here. Almost 8 months, however many months that is. Either way, guys, Planet Fitness stock is down big time. And whenever a stock is down like that, especially when the overall stock market's going up, when there's a divergence there, you know there's something going on, which could call for some changes like the CEO stepping down, which is exactly what ended up happening. Let me actually come over here to Chrome, guys. Let me show you this. We'll break this down. So you guys can see this headline from CNBC. Planet Fitness shares sink after board ousts CEO in shocking move. And it was shocking. We'll talk about that here in a second, but you guys can see, let me actually make this a little bit bigger. There we go, guys. Now we're talking. In a move that absolutely stunned investors and employees alike, Planet Fitness ousted company veteran Chris Rondeau from his post as CEO. The workout chain said Friday in a press release, yada yada yada. The stock was down 16%, and Planet Fitness said it is searching for a new chief both internally and externally. And Craig Benson is now the interim CEO, who I believe it says here he's a franchisee of both Planet Fitness and Dunkin' Donuts, and he has been on the Planet's board for 6 years. And this appears sudden, the CEO's departure. It definitely does, considering they reported stronger than expected Q2 earnings last month, even though their stock has been getting destroyed. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. Maybe we'll look at, or maybe we'll find something in these numbers in a couple of minutes here that really indicate why the stock's been going down. But it's interesting because they reported decent numbers, stronger than expected last quarter, and now the CEO is stepping down. There's definitely something going on behind the scenes, in my opinion, here that we just don't know about. Most likely, at least that's kind of what I'm, assuming here. And a research note: William Blair analyst Sharon Zakifia, I can't even say that, guys. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing things today. Called the news abrupt and said it didn't appear planned because the company canceled 2 scheduled investor conference presentations this week. So maybe something happened. This is something that either was planned, guys, for maybe a couple months or a while now, behind the scenes, or something that just popped off a couple of days ago. Maybe there's some scandal that hasn't hit the internet yet, or something going on behind the scenes that's very fresh. They had to make a sudden move. That could be it. It could go either way at this point. But overall, this guy, Chris Rondeau, is a longtime veteran of the company, working his way up from a front desk position. Think about that. Nearly 30 years ago, 3 decades ago, at the gym's first location in Dover, New Hampshire, when it was owned by founders Michael and Mark Grandal, however the heck you say that. And he served as CEO now for a decade, since 2013, and previously held the role of Chief Operating Officer. And think about that, guys. 3 decades. This isn't a guy that just got on 2 years ago, and he butchered it, butchered the company. Now he's getting let off. No. This guy's been there and he's worked his way up from the ground up. Who knows the business better than this guy? Probably not that many people. So that leads me to believe it has to be something that is so out there, something bad happened, or maybe they just needed to move on, or maybe nothing bad happened and he just wanted to step down. I have no idea. Maybe there's something wrong with his health, or maybe familial problems. I have no idea. We could speculate all day. But during his time as CEO, Rondeau led Planet Fitness's IPO and tripled its club base from about 700 to about 2,400 locations, and he took revenue from about $200 million as CEO to over $1 billion this year. So no doubt he left his mark when it comes to Planet Fitness. And now the market cap, with the stock going down 16% on Friday, is at $4.4 billion. The PE ratio is a 40. Oh my gosh, guys, that's pretty up there. We'll see how their growth is looking in a minute. But yeah, PE ratio of almost a 40, trailing 12 months. All right, EPS trailing 12 months, $1.26. And coming over here to the analysis tab, let me see. Actually, no, the financials tab is what I want to see. We can see, wow, look at that growth, guys, from 2020 to up until now. They've grown very nicely. What in the world's going on here? Maybe the CEO is into some shady business. I don't know what's going on. But in 2020, let's zoom in here a little bit so you guys can see. In 2020, total revenue for Planet Fitness was $406 million, guys. Then 2021, $587, $936 million in 2022, and now over $1 billion in trailing 12 months. And before you guys say, oh, he's just digging them out of the revenue hole from the pandemic, right? No, before the pandemic, they were doing $688 million of revenue, which is a lot lower than trailing 12 months after the pandemic, which is now over $1 billion. So, I mean, look, they're growing nicely on the top line, which could warrant a 39P ratio. All right, that makes sense. There is some nice growth here on the stock. It looks like if we come down here a little bit more, what's going on with net income on the net income side of things? Yep, that's obviously it was negative in 2020. Looks like it's starting to go back positive. Now it's slightly above what it was in 2019. All right, that's pretty good. Let me look at the balance sheet here, guys. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know really what's going on. I wish I knew behind the scenes what's going on. Maybe it'll come to light. But overall, this company's been doing very well. And even though Planet Fitness is not a hardcore gym, that's not the point. It's a gym that a lot of people that maybe aren't into the gym, they'll feel comfortable going to. This particular gym being Planet Fitness, I think it's great for that reason. And that is probably the reason why, out of all the gyms out there, this is the only one that I would consider investing in, to be honest, because it is the most marketable to the widest audience out there, right? The widest demographic out there. It's not like it's just a hardcore bodybuilding gym where a bunch of bodybuilders go at. No, it's just a regular gym that is really not for bodybuilders, which is more welcoming for the average Joe out there, just being honest, which makes it, and mind you, it's cheap. It makes it very accessible to go to a gym, and they're all over the place. Like I said, this guy, Chris Rondeau, the ex-CEO, he, tripled the club size from 700 to 2,400, and there's probably going to be a lot more of that to come. And I'm not sure if you guys have ever been to a Planet Fitness gym. I don't have a membership there, but I went with one of my friends, I think 2 months ago. It is freaking squeaky clean, guys. I feel like I can eat a meal off the floor. Obviously, I wouldn't do that, but it's so freaking clean. It's like insane. Maybe that's just the one location I was at, but it looks very nice. Very solid, and that's just just coming from one person. But it's clearly growing. They're doing well. Total assets right now are at what? 2.8 billion. Total liabilities, $3 billion. What are the current assets? $555 million. All right, current liabilities, $240 million. So their current ratio is over a 2, which is good. So their balance sheet's looking pretty decent. How much cash do they have, guys? $409 million of cash equivalents, short-term investments. They could easily pay off their current liabilities if they want to, which is a pretty good sign in my opinion. So yeah, guys, what's going on here? Is there something that I'm missing? Let me know in the comments, because these numbers are looking pretty good. Growth is there. Maybe the stock ran too much, too far ahead of itself. Maybe they're diluting shareholders. Did I miss that? I don't know. Maybe they're doing that. But either way, guys, this thing was at $100 a share at the peak of 2021. Now it's down 50%. This one might be worth looking at. Maybe not so much here. The P is still arguably a little high. The thing is with stocks, guys, individual stocks, you don't want to buy them right at fair value. You want to buy them at what you think is undervalued. You want to build in the margin of safety like Warren Buffett talks about all the time, right? You don't want to buy a stock at an overvalued price, obviously, but you don't want to buy it at a fair value either. You want to buy in at as low as possible of a price. So if you're wrong and it goes the other way, you don't get screwed nearly as much as if you bought at the peak of a bubble or something. Great examples like if you're FOMOing into Nvidia right now, that would not be a good idea, in my opinion. There's no margin of safety built in. I mean, you're pretty much banking on this thing continuing to moonshot for the rest of eternity, which is not going to happen, guys. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. That's not reality. But either way, guys, Planet's one that I'm watching. I'm going to put it on my watch list here. I'm not sure why it's not on my watch list to begin with. But overall, I'm very interested to see how this ends up playing out this upcoming week. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. It's free. Follow me on Twitter at Stocks Talk Stocks. And guys, don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo. Use that link down below. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks right off the bat. And fund it with at least $1,000. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And guys, fund it with at least $5,000 on top of those 15 stocks for a limited time. You also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Google stock, which makes this promo a no-brainer. So get on it. Use that link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.